Pisces, if you have recently felt that your emotions are trying to tell you something your mind has not yet understood, August 16, 2026, may bring an important realization to the surface. This could be a quiet but powerful day, one where a conversation, a memory, a financial development, or an unexpected encounter reveals more than it initially seems to. Something may happen that makes you stop and think. A message you were not expecting. Person suddenly reaching out. A new opportunity appearing through someone you already know. A conversation that finally gives you an answer. Or simply a moment when you realize that your heart has already made a decision that your mind has been delaying. Pisces, you often sense changes before they become visible. You notice energy. You notice silence. You notice when someone's words don't match their feelings. And on August 16th, that sensitivity can become one of your greatest strengths. If this reading is meant for you, take a moment to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Stay until the end, because this day carries meaningful energy around your career, money, love life, relationships, friendships, emotional healing, personal growth, and the unexpected developments that may influence your next chapter. The beginning of the day may feel reflective. You could wake up thinking about something from the past, perhaps an old relationship, a missed opportunity, career decision, promise someone made, a dream you once had, or a version of yourself that you haven't seen in a long time. Don't immediately push those thoughts away. Sometimes the past returns to our minds not because we are supposed to go backward, but because we are finally strong enough to understand what happened. August 16th may help you see an old situation from a completely different perspective. What once looked like rejection may now look like protection. What once felt like failure may now look like redirection. And what once broke your heart may have taught you exactly what you should never accept again. This emotional clarity can influence your professional life as well. At work, you may begin questioning whether your current path truly reflects your abilities. You may have been doing more than people realize, helping others, solving problems, taking on responsibilities, working quietly without demanding recognition. But today, someone may finally notice. A manager could offer you a new responsibility. A colleague might recommend you for something. A client may return with a new project. Or someone from your professional past could contact you with an opportunity. Don't underestimate a message that seems ordinary. A simple conversation could become the beginning of a completely different professional chapter. If you have been thinking about changing careers, applying for a new position, starting a business, or working independently, August 16th encourages you to take the idea seriously. You don't have to make the entire decision today, but you can take the first practical step. Update your resume. Research the opportunity. Send the message. Make the application. Learn the skill. Ask the question. Sometimes the future changes because we finally stop waiting for the perfect moment. Pisces, your imagination is powerful. But imagination becomes transformation when you give it structure. Financially, August 16th asks you to become more conscious of where your money is going. You may be thinking about a purchase, investment, debt, business expense, or financial commitment. Before making a decision, slow down. Your emotional nature can sometimes make you spend because something feels meaningful in the moment. But today, ask yourself whether the decision will still feel right a month from now. If the answer is uncertain, wait. There may also be a financial opportunity connected to your creativity. Writing, art, design, music, photography, teaching, counseling, digital work, communication, or another skill that you have never considered financially valuable. Someone may see potential in something you consider simply a natural part of yourself. Don't underestimate what comes easily to you. What feels ordinary to you may be extremely valuable to someone else. There is also a possibility of receiving delayed money or discovering a way to reduce an unnecessary financial burden. It may not look like a dramatic financial breakthrough, but small improvements can create significant stability over time. And that is the lesson for you today. Financial peace is not always about having more. Sometimes it is about needing less and managing what you already have more wisely. Love may become the most emotionally significant area of August 16th. If you are already in a relationship, you may feel a stronger need for emotional honesty. You could want reassurance, clarity, commitment, or simply the feeling that you and your partner are moving in the same direction. Perhaps there has been something you have wanted to say but were afraid it would create conflict. Today may encourage you to speak. Not angrily, not dramatically, just honestly. Tell your partner what you feel. Tell them what you need. And most importantly, listen to what they need as well. A meaningful conversation could bring you much closer. But if you discover that you have been constantly giving while receiving very little emotionally, don't ignore that realization. Pisces, compassion is one of your greatest qualities. But compassion should not require you to abandon yourself. You can understand someone's struggles without allowing them to repeatedly hurt you. You can forgive someone without returning to the same unhealthy pattern. And you can love someone while still protecting your peace. If the relationship is strong, honesty will strengthen it. If the relationship is fragile, honesty will reveal what needs attention. Either way, truth gives you clarity. For single Pisces, August 16th could bring a romantic encounter that feels strangely familiar. You may meet someone through work, friends, social media, education, travel, or an unexpected social situation. There may be something emotionally familiar about this person. Perhaps the way they speak, their kindness, their vulnerability, their ability to listen. You may feel comfortable around them unusually quickly, but don't rush to decide that the connection is destiny. Let it develop naturally. Real compatibility is revealed through consistency, not intensity, not promises, not chemistry alone. Watch what they do. Watch whether they respect your boundaries. Watch whether their interest remains consistent after the initial excitement fades. That will tell you much more than beautiful words ever could. Someone from the past may also return. A message could arrive. A memory may become stronger. Or you could unexpectedly hear news about someone you once loved. Before reopening that door, ask yourself, would this person fit the person I am today? Not the person you were years ago. Not the version of yourself who tolerated things you would never tolerate now. Who you are today. Because you have changed. Your standards have changed. Your emotional needs have changed. And your future deserves to be built around who you are becoming, not who you used to be. Your social life may also become more meaningful. You may reconnect with someone who genuinely understands you. A friend may introduce you to an interesting person. A professional connection could become a friendship. Or someone you meet casually could later become important to your future. Don't underestimate quiet connections. Not every important person enters your life dramatically. Some arrive through ordinary conversations. A simple introduction. A shared interest. A short meeting. Then months later you realize that meeting mattered. Emotionally, August 16th may be a day of release. You may finally understand that you cannot continue carrying everyone's emotions. For a long time, perhaps you have been the person others come to when they need comfort. You listen. You forgive. You understand. You give second chances. You try to see the good in everyone. But who takes care of you when you are exhausted? That question may become important today. You are allowed to have boundaries. You are allowed to say no. You are allowed to stop explaining yourself. You are allowed to choose peace. And choosing peace does not make you selfish. It makes you healthier. There may also be a psychological breakthrough around self-worth. Perhaps someone once made you feel that you were not enough, not successful enough, Not attractive enough. Not confident enough. Not strong enough. Maybe you spent years trying to prove them wrong. August 16th can help you realize something powerful. You don't have to prove anything anymore. Your life is not a courtroom. You do not need to constantly present evidence that you are worthy. Your worth exists before anyone approves of you. That realization can change how you approach love, career, money, and friendships. Your energy may fluctuate today. You may feel extremely inspired at one moment and emotionally drained the next. Don't interpret that as weakness. Your sensitivity means that you absorb more than you realize. Take breaks. Spend time near water if possible. Walk somewhere peaceful. Listen to calming music. Write down your thoughts. Give yourself quiet time. Your intuition becomes clearer when your mind is not overwhelmed by noise. There is also a warning around emotional decisions. Someone may say something that touches a sensitive place inside you. You may feel tempted to respond immediately. Don't. Give yourself time. Not every message deserves an immediate answer. Not every accusation deserves a defense. Not every misunderstanding needs to become an argument. Sometimes silence gives you the clarity that reaction cannot. August 16th may also bring an unexpected opportunity connected to travel, education, communication, or a new environment. Perhaps someone invites you somewhere. Maybe you hear about a course, a job in another place, a business possibility, or an experience that initially feels outside your comfort zone. Don't automatically say no. Ask yourself why you are hesitant. Is the opportunity genuinely wrong for you? Or are you simply afraid of leaving what is familiar? There is a difference. And today, recognizing that difference could be important. By the evening, you may feel as though something inside you has become lighter. You may not have solved every problem. You may not know exactly what happens next. But you may finally know what you don't want anymore. And that is a powerful beginning. Because sometimes clarity doesn't tell you where to go. It simply tells you which road to stop taking. So on August 16th, 2026, Pisces, pay attention to your intuition. Listen carefully to conversations. Protect your money. Be honest in love. Stay open to meaningful new connections. Don't rush decisions because of emotional pressure. And don't allow someone else's expectations to determine your future. If a professional opportunity appears, investigate it. If someone from the past returns, remember the entire story. If your relationship needs honesty, speak from the heart. If your finances need discipline, create a plan. If your mind needs rest, stop. And if your intuition tells you that a chapter has ended, don't keep reopening the book simply because you are afraid of the next one. Pisces, August 16th may not be about a dramatic external transformation. It may be about something much deeper. It may be the day when you finally stop carrying an emotional weight that has followed you for too long. It may be the day when you realize that you deserve relationships that feel safe, work that feels meaningful, money that gives you stability, friends who respect your sensitivity, and a future that does not require you to become someone you are not. You have spent enough time surviving situations that drained you. Now you are learning how to choose situations that nourish you. And that is a completely different kind of strength. Sometimes the biggest transformation begins quietly. No announcement. No celebration. No dramatic ending. Just a small voice inside you saying, I don't want to live this way anymore. Listen to that voice. Because it may not be fear speaking. It may be your future. And Pisces, on August 16th, your future may finally be asking you to choose it.